everyone, Alec Alger the SideQuest Gamer here, and today I am going to review the last Adventure Island in the NES trilogy. Now, the first Adventure Island was a clone of Wonder Boy, but even if it was just that, it was still a lot of fun, even if it is a little harder than Wonder Boy itself. Adventure Island 2 is when the series established its own identity by keeping the main gameplay mechanics of the original and adding more to it. And it's by far the best in the original NES trilogy, in my personal opinion. Now, as for the third, it's more or less an expansion rather than a sequel to Adventure Island 2.
Adventure Island 3 was developed by Hudson Soft and published by Nintendo and released in 1992 for the NES, 1 year after the Super Nintendo was released.
And to be honest, nothing's really changed, give or take a few things.
The problem was that advertising for the game was basically non-existent unless you had Nintendo Power. On YouTube, all I could find was a Japanese commercial that didn't really tell me anything about the game since it was just quick clips of the gameplay. But basically, the gameplay of Adventure Island 3 is exactly, if not near identical to Adventure Island 2. I mean, the pros of Adventure Island 3 is that there's a fifth dinosaur that rolls and attacks enemies with a roll attack, but the con is that it's hard to control and it just seems tacked in. Pro, the graphics are just as good as Adventure Island 2's graphics, because con, they're exactly the same. Pro, the music is good because con, it's exactly the same as Adventure Island 2's music.
See where I'm going with this?
There's at least a new power-up introduced in this game, which is a boomerang that's actually pretty useful in taking out distant enemies. There's even the addition of the ability to duck, which is a pro, but while they subtract the ability to backtrack in a level, so it's back to square one with Adventure Island 1's gameplay, and enemies are now harder to plan a strategy because now I can't retreat. One thing that really put me off about this game is that they added a desert level for the boss level on the first world of the game. It's like, say, if the Metropolis Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was the final level of the first zone. It's frustrating and way too premature to do something like that, so the game gets really hard really quick.
Not only is level placement not well implemented, but level design itself seems to borrow heavily from the second game.
If you want to know, the story of the game involves Tina, Master Higgins' girlfriend, being kidnapped again. But this time by aliens. It's not the witch doctor this time, but you do fight the same enemies from the first and second game. Why the aliens want her is beyond me and never really explained in the game. Maybe it's in the manual, but I don't have the manual. But anyways, you venture out to rescue her. Again. Pro, it's still better than the first game, but con, it's kind of a weak sequel. I mean, it's very lazy, but still enjoyable if you like the second one. I know this review may seem negative, but I just want you to know that most of the positives of the second game are still present in Adventure Island 3, including the continue system and the diverse boss battles. In fact, some say that boss battles are improved from the second game. Don't get me wrong, Adventure Island 3 is still a decent game. But overall, I would give this game a 79 out of 100. It's decent for the most part, but I don't know. I guess I was expecting more out of this game since Adventure Island 2 had its fair share of flaws. I mean, it's at least worth checking out.
The Game Boy port, but from what I hear, there's a map system that makes the adventure much easier. I'll get to those sometime. I'll review the Game Boy ports together. Again, as always, thank you so much for watching, and remember to stay awesome.
Like this video game review? Be sure to check out WiredJackal.com. It features many retro reviews and top 10 lists from others like me. It's relatively new, so be sure to check it out.